Hello and welcome to your Mystic Monday mashup video for the first week of October 2018. So if you were unfamiliar with Mystic Monday mashup, it is my weekly 3-card draw where you can pick a card for the week ahead and find out what sort of energy you're dealing with. Every Sunday night I post the backs of 3 cards onto my Instagram at Shea, and you are encouraged to select a card, leave your choice in the comments below it, and then check back on Monday for this video reveal. So if you missed the post on Sunday night, select your card from the following image. Got your card? Okay. Let's get started. So if you pick the first card, the card to the left of the screen, the card that you've selected this week from the Moonchild Tarot is the 3 of Wands. So congratulations, 3 of Wands people. You have selected a card of incredible manifestation powers. So the 3 of Wands is all about being able to visualize your future in order to make it happen. So if there is a project or just a timeline that you want to see happen in your future, this is the week to get super clear about what you want and put it out into the universe. So it's a really good week to sit down and get honest with yourself about your current life path and ask if this is where you want to be. If it is, great. How can you make it better? If it isn't, what do you want to do with your life? How would you like your life to look in 6 months' time? So once you're clear on that visualization, it's important to recognize that your powers of manifestation are super, super strong this week. So write it down. I find that writing any of my intentions down makes them 10 times more powerful, and it's also really cool to look back on in the future once you've achieved your manifestations to see how they've shifted and changed and come to fruition, because sometimes you forget what you wanted 6 months ago. So write down your manifestations of what you want your life to look like 6 months from now. And once they're written down, really set the intention to let go of any blocks that are standing in your way from achieving those things. And also recognize anything from your life 6 months from now that you can start to integrate right now. So if you were to plan out what your day in your life in your ideal world 6 months from now looks like, from the time that you wake up until the time you go to bed, write down what you would do. And then half of the stuff on that list you can probably start doing tomorrow. So why wait for this ideal life to be here to start to integrate some of those parts of that life into your present moment? So this is also a really good week to allow yourself to feel supported by those around you. So as you're thinking of these manifestations, maybe take a moment to think of who you want to share these things with you. Maybe it's people that are currently in your life. Maybe it's people that you want to manifest into your life 6 months from now. Who is it that you want to share these visions with? And recognize that that energy is going to only help support your future visions. If there are people that are currently in your life, share these manifestations with them. If they have similar goals and similar mindsets, the combined energy of the two of you can help bring that much more power to calling these experiences into your life. So if you chose this first card, the 3 of Wands, I wish you the best of luck in manifesting your ideal future. If you selected the second card, the card to the center of the screen, your card from the Moonchild Tarot is the Magician. So if you pick the Magician card, know that you have the potential to create magic in your life this week. However, the Magician is all about combining all of the elements. So earth, wind, fire, water, but also physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional well-being. So in order to tap into your Magician powers and be able to create the life that you want this week, you need to make sure that all of these parts of yourself are in balance. So really get honest with yourself here at the start of the week. Is there something that you've been neglecting about your well-being in the recent weeks? So really sit down and get honest with yourself about whether or not you've been neglecting a certain part of your self-care this week. If there is a aspect of your physical being that you can improve, that you know that you've been neglecting, maybe it means just moving your body every day, or maybe it means nourishing yourself with good food on a consistent basis. I myself am very guilty of getting so busy that I forget to eat well-rounded meals at regular intervals throughout the day. So if that's the case for you, shift that energy a little bit to really up your magical powers. If you are neglecting your spiritual life, whatever that means to you, tap back into what it means to tap into your highest self. Maybe that means that you start a meditation practice again. Maybe it means that you get your butt to a yoga class. Maybe it just means that you sit down with a journal and really cleanse yourself of any unhealthy thoughts. Same going for your emotional life. Journaling is great to clear out any stuck energy there, but also just allowing yourself to feel things. So often we are caught up in how we should feel about a situation and we don't honor how we actually feel. So if you've had some emotions that you've been neglecting recently, it's a good week to really carve out some time to spend an hour just feeling what you feel without judgment. And the cool thing about being able to feel your emotions is a lot of times if you allow yourself to fully feel them, they don't last that long. It's only by pushing them down and trying to bury them underneath things that they continue to pop back up. So by allowing yourself to feel your emotions and care for your emotional self, you actually create less turmoil in the long run, and you're able to let these things go much quicker. And then if you are taking care of your mental well-being, maybe that means that you are nourishing yourself with some new information. It can be as elaborate as signing up for school, or it can be as simple as listening to an informative podcast or audiobook or reading something new. But feed your mental energy with something that keeps you stimulated and really feeling on top of your game with your thought patterns and with your new ideas. And by doing all of these things, or at the very least by supplementing one of those areas that feels a little lacking, you will create more and more magic in your being. So if there's any elements that are lacking this week, simply shift your energy to caring for it a little bit more. Set the intention to really be well-rounded in your self-care, and you'll be amazed at how much you can call into existence by simply feeling good about how you feel in your body in this moment. If you picked the third card, the card to the right of the screen this week, your card from the Moonchild Tarot is the Seven of Cups. So if your card is the Seven of Cups, it means that you might be getting a little distracted by daydreams this week. And I'm all for daydreams. They're great for tapping into what you want to manifest and tapping into your intuitive powers. Oftentimes, the more you let your mind wander, the more you'll be receiving messages from the universe just from being open. However, this week, the Seven of Cups calls out to the idea that you might be getting so caught up with the daydream that you're forgetting to take action in the real world. So it's not necessarily about getting moving on those daydreams right away, but it's about taking little tiny actions that make you feel closer to those daydreams. So allow yourself to have those moments of sort of daydreaming about the future, but don't get too caught up in the illusions. Don't get too caught up in your mind. Allow yourself to live here on this planet in your body. And if you find that you are living everything out within your mental, emotional, and intuitive world, you're not bringing full value to your being here. So whatever it is that you've been daydreaming about but not taking action, find ways to start to bring some of that energy into your real world life. So for instance, if your daydream is to get your dream career doing whatever it is that you love, maybe it's time to start to carve out time in your day-to-day life now to make that hobby or that passion feel more like a career. So obviously not all of us are able to drop everything and do our hobby full-time. But around the things that you are doing to support yourself in your life now, you can carve out even just an hour every week to treat your passion like your career. So if that means that you are a writer or you want to be a writer, maybe you carve out an hour of the week where you let yourself go to your own writer's room and you treat it as if you'd gone into an office and you were there for a 9 to 5, even though it's only an hour of time. Don't let anyone else distract you. Treat it like it's something that you are getting paid for and that you are required to be there to do, but that also that you love. And the more that you can start to bring those intentions and set parameters and guidelines and structure around your daydreams, the more that you'll start to feel them trickle into your real world. So start with as much as you can give. as much time as you can give to this passion project that you have in your brain. And the more you start to let it just trickle down from your daydreams into your real life, the more that you'll start to find that those little trickles start to build a whole pool of just magic that you can call into existence and really feel like it's part of your reality. And the more that you really own the ability to do your passions with intention, the more that you will be handed more opportunities to do these things full time. So this week, because I'm crunched for time, rather than doing an Akashic reading, we will be pulling a card from my favorite affirmation deck, the Bad Bitch Affirmations. So, shuffling the cards right now, did a little pre-shuffle before the video. We'll get the feeling of the energy, so no matter what card you pick this week, this affirmation is going to serve you. You have the power to illuminate the world. So own that. Own your power. Own that you are put on this planet for a purpose, for a reason, and it's to illuminate the world in whatever passion project that you have. The things that you are drawn to, the things that you love, aren't happy accidents. They are your purpose. If you are called to something, if something feels good in your body when you're doing it, if something feels good when you think about it and daydream about it, that is your being, your intuition guiding you toward the path that you are meant to do. So own that power. Whatever your special skills are, whatever your special talents and your special passions are in this lifetime, those are your powers. And by embracing those powers, you will bring more light into this world. So whether you are visualizing your future with the Three of Wands, or you are creating magic by finding balance in all aspects of your being this week, or you're just trying to bring your daydreams down into something that feels more grounded, recognize that these things are going to create a difference in the world. So you have an obligation not just to yourself, but to everyone around you to follow through on these passions. I hope that these readings have served you well. As always, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with someone else who would enjoy it. And if you enjoy the Bad Bitch Affirmation cards, I'm actually considering doing a giveaway of my original deck. So if you'd be interested in that, leave a comment below, because the more people I know are interested, the more likely I will be to make it happen.